You have been told your entire life to apologize for your strength. Not in those exact words. The lie is always more subtle than that. They told you, don't be so intense. They meant, apologize for your passion. They told you, you're being too aggressive. They meant, apologize for your ambition. They told you, you should be more humble. They meant, apologize for your competence. Every time you stood a little taller, thought a little deeper, pushed a little harder than the rest, a hand reached out to pull you back down into the comfortable, suffocating warmth of the average. And you let it. You learned to shrink. You learned to dim your own light so as not to blind those who have grown accustomed to the dark. You learned to speak in questions instead of statements. You learned to preface your power with apologies. You feel it now, don't you? A quiet, burning resentment. A sense that you are living a life that is a fraction of the one you were meant to live. You walk through your days like a giant forced to crawl through a hobbit's door. You are polite. You are considerate. You are accommodating. You are the rock everyone else builds their houses on, and you are slowly eroding into sand under the weight of their needs. While you play by the rules of fairness and decency, others are playing a different game, a game of power, a game of thrones. And in their game, your virtues are their weapons. They use your kindness against you. They use your sense of duty as a leash. They use your humility as proof of your inferiority. This is the great inversion, the sick, twisted secret of the world they have built around you. They have convinced you that your strengths are flaws and your weaknesses are virtues. That is a lie. It is the single most destructive lie ever crafted. A psychological virus designed to neuter the strong, to tame the lion and turn him into a beast of burden. And you have been infected. You think your anger is a problem to be solved. You think your ambition is a sin to be confessed. You think the part of you that wants to dominate, to conquer, to build an empire and put your name on it is a dark demon to be exorcised. That is not a demon. That is the God within you, rattling the bars of the cage you have built around it. A philosopher, a dangerous man, saw this sickness over a century ago. Friedrich Nietzsche diagnosed the disease. He called it slave morality. It is the morality of the herd, the weak, the resentful. Unable to achieve true power, they conspire to change the definition of good. The eagle soars, and the sheep, huddled on the ground, declare that soaring is evil. The eagle is predatory, selfish, arrogant. The sheep, they say, are good. They are meek, they are communal, they are humble. And because there are more sheep than eagles, their definition becomes the law. Their values become the bars of your cage. They have taught you that it is better to be liked than to be respected. They have taught you that it is better to be agreeable than to be right. They have taught you that your highest calling is to serve others, to sacrifice your own desires on the altar of the collective. Look around. Look at the men who have achieved greatness. The titans of industry, the conquerors of history, the artists who tore reality apart and rebuilt it in their own image. Did they apologize for their strength? Did they shrink? No. They took. They built. They imposed their will upon the world. They were forces of nature. They were the eagles, and the world called them monsters, tyrants, egomaniacs. And then, generations later, after the dust settled, the world called them legends. You are standing at a crossroads. You can continue down the path of the slave, the path of apology and self-limitation. You can live and die a good man, liked by many, respected by none, a ghost in your own life. Or you can choose the other path, the path of the master, the path of sovereignty. It is a lonely path. It is a dangerous path. It will cost you everything you think you are. It will force you to burn the good man you were taught to be and resurrect the great man you were born to be. This is not self-help. This is not about positive thinking or 5 easy steps to confidence. This is psychological warfare. This is about deprogramming yourself from a lifetime of lies. This is about learning the laws of power that operate beneath the surface of polite society. The first law is this: explanation is submission. Remember this. Tattoo it on the inside of your skull. Every time you explain yourself, you are handing your power away. You are accepting the other person's frame. You are implicitly agreeing that they have the right to judge you, to question you, to demand an accounting of your soul. Attacker. Why were you so quiet in that meeting? You seemed arrogant. The old you, the slave, immediately goes on the defensive. Oh no, I wasn't being arrogant. I was just listening, trying to take it all in. I had a lot on my mind. Do you hear the pleading tone? The desperate need for approval? You have just confirmed their reality. You have accepted the role of the defendant and them as the judge. You have lost. The new you, the master, does not enter their frame. He controls his own. The master has options. Option 1, silence. A calm, unwavering stare. It is unnerving. It communicates that their question is not worthy of an answer. It communicates that their opinion of you is as relevant as the buzzing of a fly. You do not owe them a window into your mind. Option 2, amused agreement. A slight smile. You think so? Or even better, and? You agree and amplify, but with a tone of detached amusement. This is weaponized sarcasm. It robs their accusation of its power. It makes them look foolish for even bringing it up. Option 3, reframe. You turn the question back on them. Why do you ask? Or, what's the intent behind that question? You put them on the defensive. You force them to justify their own interrogation. Suddenly, they are the one who has to explain themselves. In none of these scenarios do you explain. In none of them do you apologize. In none of them do you cede your authority. You are the king. The king does not justify his decrees to the peasants. Practice this. For the next week, make a vow. You will not explain yourself. Not for being late, not for your choices, not for your moods. You will state your reality, and that is the end of it. I am late. Full stop, not, I'm so sorry I'm late, the traffic was terrible. No, you are late. It is a fact. It is not an invitation for a trial. Watch what happens. People will become uncomfortable. They are used to you handing them your power on a silver platter. When you withhold it, they will squirm. Some will become angry. Good. These are the people who have been feeding on your weakness. Starve them. The second law, certainty over competence. This will be hard for you to accept, because you have been taught that merit is all that matters. If you are the best, if you are the most skilled, you will win. This is a comforting lie for the powerless. The world is not a meritocracy. It is a certaocracy. Power flows to the man who projects the most unshakable certainty. Think about it. 2 men apply for a job. One is highly competent, but hesitant. He uses words like, I think, maybe, I'll try. The other is slightly less competent, but radiates absolute borderline delusional self-confidence. He speaks in declarative statements. He acts as if the job is already his. Who gets the job? 9 times out of 10, it is the man of certainty. Why? Because human beings are herd animals. We are wired to follow, and we follow the one who knows where he is going, or at least acts like he does. Hesitation is a signal of weakness. It is a biological cue that you are not a leader. it creates a vacuum of power, and that vacuum will be filled by the nearest person who projects conviction, regardless of their actual ability. You see it in politics. You see it in business. You see it in love. The most certain person in the room controls the room. Your competence is the engine, but your certainty is the steering wheel. Without it, you are just a powerful machine spinning in circles. You must burn the habit of self-doubt out of your nervous system. When you make a decision, make it. Commit to it fully. Do not second guess. Do not look back. If it turns out to be the wrong decision, so be it. A king who makes a bad decision with conviction is still a king. A man who dithers and wavers over a good decision is a servant. When you speak, eliminate the language of weakness. Banish these words from your vocabulary. Maybe, I think, sort of, kind of, hopefully, I guess. They are poison. They are the linguistic equivalent of a slumped posture. Instead, speak in absolutes. This is the plan. We will achieve this. My decision is final. It will feel unnatural at first. It will feel arrogant. Your slave programming will scream at you. It will tell you that you are being a fraud, that you do not have the right to be so certain. Ignore that voice. That is the voice of the herd, the voice of the cage. Starve it of its power. Certainty is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Act certain, and you will become certain. The world will rearrange itself to match your conviction. The third law. Weakness is a vacuum for predation. You believe your niceness is a shield. You think if you are kind, accommodating, and harmless, the world will leave you alone. You could not be more wrong. In the ecosystem of human power dynamics, weakness is not a neutral state. It is a scent. It is blood in the water. It is an active signal that attracts predators. Your refusal to set boundaries, your constant need to please, your fear of conflict. These are not virtues. They are liabilities. They are a welcome mat that reads, "Come in and take what you want." The predator does not hate you. He is not necessarily evil. He is simply acting according to his nature. He sees a resource that is unguarded. Your time, your energy, your money, your respect. And he takes it. Why wouldn't he? You have made it clear that you will not defend it. You are the friend who is always available to listen to someone's problems for hours, but whose own calls go unanswered. You are the employee who takes on extra work without extra pay, hoping someone will notice your dedication, while your colleagues who demand raises get them. You are the man who lets disrespect slide, who laughs off insults, who avoids confrontation at all costs, believing you are being the bigger person. You are not the bigger person. You are the easier target. Every time you fail to punish in transgression, you are training people on how to treat you. You are teaching them that your boundaries are meaningless, that your respect is cheap. You must become dangerous. This does not mean you must become a bully or a brute. A loaded gun is dangerous. It does not need to be fired to be respected. It simply needs to be known that it is loaded. Your danger comes from your willingness to say no. Your danger comes from your willingness to walk away. Your danger comes from your willingness to impose a cost for disrespect. The cost does not have to be dramatic. It can be a withdrawal of your attention. It can be a sudden coolness in your demeanor. It can be a direct, calm, and final statement. Do not speak to me that way again. The world is divided into two types of people: those who are assets and those who are liabilities. The predator, the user, the manipulator. They see you as a source of supply. When you demonstrate that attempting to take from you will cost them more than they gain, you cease to be a profitable target. You become, in their cold calculus, a liability. and they will move on to softer prey. Do not fear their departure. Celebrate it. You are not losing a friend. You are shedding a parasite. The fourth law: strategic application over blind virtue. You were taught that goodness, honesty, and loyalty are universal positives. You must be good to everyone. You must be honest at all times. You must be loyal to a fault. This is the thinking of a child. It is the thinking of a slave. These are not virtues. They are tools. And a tool is only as good as the hand that wields it. To use a hammer on a screw is foolish. To use loyalty on a traitor is suicide. Your goodness, your honesty, your loyalty, these are your most precious resources. To distribute them indiscriminately is to devalue them completely. It is to cast pearls before swine. You must create an inner circle, a kingdom. Within the walls of your kingdom, you are the benevolent ruler. To your queen, your brothers, your trusted lieutenants, you give your loyalty without reservation. You give your honesty, tempered with kindness. You give your goodness in abundance. These are the people who have earned the best of you. To those outside the walls, the strangers, the competitors, the enemies, you owe nothing but the law. Your law. This is not about being a bad person. This is about being a smart one. This is about resource management. Is it good to be honest with a liar who seeks to use your words against you? No, it is stupid. With a liar, you offer strategic silence or calculated misdirection. You play the game on his level, but better. Is it good to be loyal to a company that sees you as a number on a spreadsheet, ready to be deleted the moment you become inconvenient? No, it is naive. Your loyalty is to your own career, your own path. The company is a vehicle, not a destination. Is it good to be kind to an abuser who mistakes your kindness for weakness? No, it is self-destructive. To an abuser, you show a closed fist, not an open hand. You show them the door. This is strategic goodness, strategic honesty, strategic loyalty. It is the difference between a child's crayon drawing of a castle and an architect's blueprint. One is a fantasy. The other can withstand a siege. You will be called cold for this. You will be called calculating. You will be called selfish. These accusations will come from those who benefited from your blind, indiscriminate virtue. They will come from the swine who miss the taste of your pearls. Let them talk. Their words are the squeals of parasites being starved of their host. It is the sound of your own liberation. The fifth law, the final law. Control is the only reality. Forget being liked. Forget being understood. Forget even being right. These are distractions. They are booby prizes for the man who loses the war. The only thing that matters is control. First, control over yourself. This is the foundation of all power. If you cannot control your own emotions, your own impulses, your own reactions, you will be a puppet for anyone who can. Someone insults you. You feel a surge of anger. The slave reacts. He yells. He fights. He exposes his throat. The master feels the same anger. It is a fire in his belly, but he does not let it consume him. He uses it. He channels it. He lets it cool into a hard, sharp diamond of purpose. His reaction is not an emotional spasm. It is a calculated move. He is in control. Someone praises you. You feel a surge of pride. The slave basks in it. He becomes dependent on it. He will do anything to get his next fix of approval. The master feels the same pride, but he recognizes it for what it is, a fleeting chemical reaction. He says thank you, and he moves on. His self-worth is not up for negotiation. It is not determined by the opinions of others. He is in control. Once you have achieved self-control, you can begin to exercise control over the frame of any interaction. The frame is the unspoken context, the underlying power dynamic. Whoever controls the frame controls the interaction. When someone asks you a question, they are setting a frame. They are the interrogator. You are the respondent. When someone makes a demand, they are setting a frame. They are the authority. You are the subordinate. When someone criticizes you, they are setting a frame. They are the judge. You are the defendant. Your job is never to accept a frame that does not serve you. Your job is to break their frame or impose your own. You do this with the tools we have discussed. Silence. Reframing questions. Amused mastery. You refuse to play the role they have assigned you. The ultimate goal is not to win every argument. It is to become the kind of man whose reality is so strong, whose frame is so unbreakable, that others are simply pulled into it. You do not argue with them. You absorb them. This is the state of sovereignty. It is a state of being unreachable, not physically unreachable, but emotionally and psychologically unreachable. Their praise does not inflate you. Their criticism does not wound you. Their games do not ensnare you. You are the eye of the hurricane. The world may rage around you, but at your center there is only calm, deliberate, absolute control. This is the man you were born to be. The journey there is a process of subtraction, not addition. You must unlearn. You must shed. You must kill. You must kill the nice guy who is afraid to say no. Burn him on a pyre of your own reclaimed time. You must kill the humble servant who waits for his turn. Strangle him with the ropes of your own ambition. You must kill the apologetic boy who is sorry for his own power. Banish him to the wilderness of your past. From their ashes will rise the king, the master, the sovereign individual. For the next 7 days, you will begin this process, a ritual of rebirth. Your task is simple, yet profound. When you feel the impulse to apologize for your strength, for an opinion, for a decision, for a desire, you will stop. You will catch the words, "I'm sorry," in your throat. You will feel the physical discomfort, the social anxiety, the lifetime of programming screaming at you to submit. And you will stand in that fire. You will not defend. You will not explain. You will not shrink. If someone is made uncomfortable by your ambition, let them be uncomfortable. That is their problem, not yours. If someone is offended by your certainty, let them be offended. Their validation is not required. If someone calls you arrogant for refusing to diminish yourself, you will look them in the eye and hold their gaze. You will let the silence stretch. You will let them feel the weight of your unshakable frame. Watch what happens. Notice who objects. The objectors are your jailers. They are the architects of your cage. Their protest is the sound of bars bending. Feel the power you reclaim with every unspoken apology. It is a trickle at first, then a stream, then a river. It is the lifeblood of your own sovereignty, flowing back into you. You are unlearning the language of the sheep. You are remembering the grammar of the eagle. The final truth is this: the world does not want you to be strong. A strong man is difficult to control. A strong man is unpredictable. A strong man creates his own values, his own laws, his own reality. A strong man is a threat to the comfortable order of the herd. So they will test you. They will shame you. They will try to pull you back into the fold. They will offer you the drug of acceptance if you just agree to be a little smaller, a little weaker, a little more like them. You must refuse. You are no longer the man who reacts. You are the man who calculates. You are no longer the man who seeks approval. You are the man who grants it. You are no longer the camel kneeling to receive its load. You are no longer the sheep huddling for warmth. You have walked into the desert. You have faced the dragon of the self. You have killed the servant within. You are the lion, roaring in your freedom. Your roar is the sound of new values being born. You have become unreachable. You have become unforgettable. You have become the master of your own universe. Your strength is not a sin. It is your salvation. Never apologize for it again.